the data that you have on the IQ in Africa being 2 standard deviations lower than the white average. And the response I think that most lay people give is incredulity about that low of an IQ. For example, how can a society that has that average even function? How can they even have a society when they are borderline mentally retarded? And the other is that there are some historical examples. For example, about 200 years ago, the Haitians rose up against the French colonialists and exterminated the white people on that island. Napoleon responded by sending an army to Haiti to reconquer this valuable colony of his. That army was defeated. Napoleon sent another reinforcements. They too were defeated. And one might ask from a skeptical point of view, how can people who are on average borderline mentally retarded defeat one of Napoleon's armies? What is your response?
Well, I can't answer about the specific of the Napoleonic Wars in Haiti because I don't know too much about them. But the general, yeah, the diseases and so on. But the general question of, is Africa a functioning society? There's just a lot of debate about that. In South Africa, of course, there's a white elite that still keeps the country together. It is absolutely a puzzle. It's just one of the unsolved puzzles. Maybe at that low level, African IQ is different in meaning somehow than a white IQ. It may still be as predictive, but it doesn't imply the kind of retardation, the social retardation. Arthur Jensen got into this business in the first place because teachers were calling him up and saying, look, I don't understand it. I've got 2 children here, a white child with an IQ of 70 and a black child with an IQ of 70, and they're completely different. If you go to the playground and look at the white child with an IQ of 70, he looks a bit funny. He's not playing with all the other children. He's not really a social animal. He does everything inappropriately. But the black kid with an IQ of 70 might be very popular in the peer group. He knows the names of all his people. He can play on the swings and the roundabouts and so on. He has no trouble. So the teachers would say, well, so maybe he's not really got an IQ of 70. Maybe there's something wrong with the test. And Arthur Jensen then did more tests on these particular children and found, no, that was their abstract reasoning level of intelligence. But at the social level, there's no question that Africans with an IQ of 70 do not behave much better, much more functional than do white children with IQs of 70. But anyway, so I don't know what the answer is. So the short answer is